Good afternoon, I'm Vashon Brown with the Midday News. Special welcome if you're watching on onespotmedia.com. A reminder as well that you can watch TVJ live by downloading our One Spot Media app in the Google Play Store or the App Store. That's the number 1 followed by the words Spot Media. A senior citizen who is currently being detained at the Islington Police lockup in St. Mary is to be charged with dangerous driving and other related charges. This in relation to a motor vehicle crash this week, which left one person dead. It's understood that 68-year-old Lincoln Stevens was driving his Honda motor car along the road when he mowed down 21-year-old Shantoy Wright. Miss Wright was rushed to the Port Maria Hospital where she was pronounced dead. The mother of the deceased, Evadne Reed, recounted the last time she saw her daughter.
We went to Spring, where she washed her hair, and I leave her there. And I tell her that she must come when she finished do what she was doing. When my little granddaughter was coming out, I sent her back to go and meet Shantoy. While I was here hanging out the clothes, I hear a car and a speed, and then I hear boom. And when I rush out, Shantoy was lying lifelessly in the banking corner.
Miss Reed said her granddaughter, who was hit on the hand by the motor car, is traumatized. In the meantime, with 19 days to go before 2018, the Police Traffic Division is reporting a decrease in the number of road fatalities. We have more in this report.
Statistics from the Jamaica Constabulary Force Traffic Division indicate that 300 persons have died on the nation's roads since the start of 2017. That's 58 fewer fatalities when compared to the same period last year. Speaking on TVJ's Smile Jamaica on Wednesday, head of the Traffic Division, Senior Superintendent Calvin Allen, stated that every effort will be made to keep the figures where they are. He is again urging drivers to drive safely during the Christmas season.
So in essence, we are looking at basically a 17% reduction in road deaths. And we take that as somewhat of an encouraging
man, if it's even 1% lower.
Even one. So
yeah.
58 less lives have been lost on the nation street, whilst in a correlated way our road policing activities is about a 20% increase in that.
Yeah.
In spite of the reduction, SSP Allen says there are still concerns as motorcyclists and pedestrians are leading in the fatalities.
They are regarded as two of the vulnerable road users. They are featured and they are leading in the fatal count. Motorcyclists, this time we are now at 86 in terms of motorcyclists. Last year it was 87. Pedestrian is right on par. Last year 80. And this year we have 80.
Why?
80 pedestrians?
Why? They don't know how to use it.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of instances where pedestrian has not engaged the roadway as to how they have been taught and reminded on a daily basis.
The police have been focusing on the western section of the island where there continues to be a high number of multiple motorcycle crashes. SSP Allen noted that riders in that area are still not complying with the law, which is causing a major problem.
The western end of Jamaica, especially with the motorcyclists, is an area of continued focus. Just recently we did an audit of the motorcycles that have been seized, and one of the things that we are realizing is that the owners have not necessarily come back with any documents to reclaim their property after seizure, but they are seen riding a new one. In terms of compliance with the Road Traffic Act, it's not licensed, it's not insured, no registration plate. So they just go and pick it up from the dealer and they are out on the road.
Jeline Pearson, TVJ News.
The Manchester Police are calling for greater cooperation from residents in providing information that can help the police in their crime-fighting efforts. The call has been intensified following a lack of information from persons who would have witnessed the October 27 murder of Corporal Melvin Smith. The police are also reporting that the parish has recorded 43 murders since January this year, compared to 41 for the corresponding period last year. It was reported that 20 of the murders in the parish happened in Mandeville. Meanwhile, the police say robberies are down to 105 compared to 153 last year. The Manchester Police say they are, however, facing challenges controlling the number of break-ins, which has increased. 283 break-ins were recorded this year compared to 270 for last year. The police made the announcements at a town hall meeting in the parish last night. A man who was accused of having 9 pounds of ganja in his possession when he was accosted by the police in March 2016 was yesterday freed when he appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court. Denville Hart was freed of the charges of possession of, dealing in and trafficking ganja after the prosecution conceded that there was no evidence to further pursue the case. The court was told that the investigating officer in a statement in March indicated that he was having difficulty getting statements from his colleagues who were on the operation at the time of Mr. Hart's arrest. Mr. Hart's attorney pointed to the court that over the last 21 months, the police have failed to present any evidence that his client was found in possession of the ganja. His no-case submission was upheld. Come next Monday, some vendors in the town of Santa Cruz in St. Elizabeth will have to relocate until January 6 next year as the St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation seeks to ease the traffic congestion in the town during the festive season. The announcement was made by Mayor of Black River, Derek Sangster, at a press conference yesterday.
There will be no vending allowed on the streets in the town of Santa Cruz because in an effort to reduce the congestion and to assist with the free flow of traffic, we have to take these measures over this particularly busy period of the year.
Mr. Sangster pointed out that designated areas have been made available to facilitate the vendors.
Santa Cruz Market, Transportation Center number 1 and 2, and some sections of what is commonly referred to as Market Street itself, which the police, JCF, will be assisting us to regulate along with our municipal police from the municipal corporation.
The Constant Spring Market in St. Andrew is slated to be divested. The announcement was made at the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation monthly meeting on Tuesday. It's expected to be divested at a cost of $270 million. Councillors yesterday lauded the move as they say the market was costing the corporation, registering a loss each year. Councillor for the Greenwich Town Division, Carl Blake, described the market as being a sore for some time.
Constant Spring Market, even when I was at that committee, was a headache until now. Right! It is going to misplace some people, but we seize this opportunity to have proper dialogues with them and let them be a part of the development.
Councillor for the Trafalgar Division, Carrie Douglas, who also lauded the divestment, had this suggestion for the corporation.
But critical, Your Worship, to this divestment, I believe, is how the funds, how the proceeds from the sale will be reinvested. I believe over 200 million is what the property will be sold for. And I think that all of us as councillors have a responsibility to hold the council accountable for how these funds are reinvested. I would use the opportunity to make a call on the council to acquire more properties, because it is such a large sum of money, and because
Councillor for the Norbrook Division, Susan Senior, has however asked that consultations be held.
However, presently there will be some form of consultation with the people that sell there and the people that utilize in and around the market. It has been underutilized over some time, and it has cost the KCFC a lot of money over the years. Even at times when I call upon the city treasurer to have the market clean, she always said, boy, council, your market did not produce any money to have it clean. But as you know, you cannot have people there and it has not been cleansed properly.
As the bloodletting continues in some areas in St. James, the residents of the Mount Salem community are benefiting from the social arm of the Zone of Special Operations. On Sunday, a number of organizations were in the community as they held a fair themed Bring Back the Love. Speaking with TVJ News, Deputy Chairman of the ZOSO Social Intervention Committee, Omar Sweeney, provided an update on the works being done in the area.
In the build phase now of the Zone of Special Operations, and as you said, the barricades are now down and the citizens are moving freely around and around. There's been good relationships between the joint forces and the citizens. And so we've also implemented a number of interventions as we've been speaking about. But today is really about a community-driven initiative that they bring back the love and really bringing back the social cohesion of the community. So,
Mr. Sweeney also said other initiatives will be coming on stream shortly.
Well, there's a number of infrastructure that's planned in terms of roadway improvements, along with some work on the primary school. These are planned within 2018 in terms of a timeline. We expect the roads to start early January, February in terms of the repairs that need to be done now. And as we work with the community in terms of organizing and structuring the community. So you have proper lane widths and proper roads for people to pass on, sidewalks, things like that.
And the residents continue to praise the operation, insisting that there has been calm in the area since Zoso.
I've seen some difference as it relates to sporadic gunshot that we have been hearing sometime at nights. We haven't been hearing that since. Right. But basically everything is generally under calm, but I'd like to see a lot of intervention being placed in the community for the youngsters coming up.
And it's time now for a look at what's coming up in this evening's Health Report.
In the next edition of the Health Report, we look at traumatic events,
which usually result from fall from height, like fall from a tree or fall from the bed, motor vehicle accidents, and they may either be pedestrians or passengers, especially unrestrained passengers. Those are usually main cases. There are a few cases also of children who have been on motorcycles and being a result of motorbike accidents as well.
That's the Health Report this evening in Primetime News. And now for today's Healthy Living tip. There are several ways to help restore your emotional stability after a traumatic event. Communicate the experience with your family or close friends or in a diary. Give yourself time and recognize that you can't control everything. Find a support group led by a trained professional who can facilitate discussions. And eat a well-balanced diet, exercise, and get adequate rest.
And it's now time for sports. 25 coaches from across the island and one from the United States of America are taking part in a 5-day Cricket West Indies coaching course at Sabina Park to run from December 12 to 16.
Participants are former national representatives, including Odine Brown, who was banned for 15 months from November 2015 for a whereabouts violation. With his ban now expired, Brown plays for the Central Titans in the JCA Super League and says after retirement, coaching is the next natural step for him.
And this course is very important for, upcoming coaches to take in and go back into the school and venture, and so we can improve the talent for the kids coming forward.
Meanwhile, President of the Jamaica Cricket Association, JCA, Wilford Billy Heaven, says the course will benefit local cricket in the short to medium term, especially at the under-15 level.
I do not believe that at the level of West Indies or any national team, you should be coaching people in the fundamentals. I believe at that level, you should be giving technical direction and tactical choices as to how you play the game, not to teach and coach the basics.
One of the instructors, Cleon Smith, coach for the national senior women's team, says that too many players are technically inept and it starts from an early age.
They are equipped with the knowledge, the technical knowledge, the tactical knowledge, and how to analyze and how to observe and analyze and help players. So this taking the biomechanics and all those. So this is really higher level. So we're supposed to see in these schools now players coming out more competent, more technically equipped.
The hope is that a partnership will be in the works with the Inter-Secondary School Sports Association, ISA, to ensure that all coaches in the high school system are at least Level 1 certified. The Level 2 course is expected to start in January 2018. For TVJ Sports, I am Denise Walters.
And that's the Midday News. I'm Vashon Brown. Join us at 7 for Primetime News Package. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, have a good afternoon.